converting these from degrees, we know it's degrees because it has a little 0, to radians. I have this awesome proportion, rad over 2 pi equals degree over 360. Class, is this given information degrees or radians? How'd you know that? It has a circle, so I'm going to put it here. Radians over 2 pi equals 135 degrees over 360. Now, a lot of the factors of the numbers that we're using in trigonometry come from the special right triangles. So think of the 15s, 30s, 45s, and 60s and 90s. 135 can be broken down into 45 times 3. And 360 can be broken down into 45 times 8. Is that right? 45 times. Yep. And I have rad over 2 pi. So you're going to see what's going to happen is you're going to just have to be reducing your fractions. 45 degrees over 45 degrees will equal 1. I'm left with 3 over 8. So radical over 2 pi equals 3 over 8. Class, how do you solve proportions? You cross multiply. So 2 pi times 3. And I didn't actually multiply those. And then I did 4 times 2 times radians. So the reason why I did that is now I can do, I'm basically dividing both sides by 8. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, equals 1. And then I can cancel these 2's here. Did you guys see that? It's essentially a different way of saying 6 divided by 8. But recognize that becomes 3 pi over 4 is our radians. So my answer to this problem is 3 pi over 4. What does that mean? 135 degrees is equal to 3 pi over 4. 3 pi over 4 is equal to 134 degrees. Let's try another example. Let's try the one that has a negative. Partner B tell partner A the awesome proportion. Ready, set, go. Erica, the awesome proportion. Josh, the awesome proportion. The awesome proportion. Yes, Erica? Class, we have degrees or radians. So they give us degrees because of the circle. Put it here for degrees. Radian over 2 pi equals negative 270 over 360. Think of the greatest common factor, and then I'll show you with your calculator. Class, what's the greatest common factor? Times negative 9, or 90 degrees times negative 3. How about 360? 90 times 4. Now if you have your calculator out, I'll show you actually how it reduces to negative 3/4. I take out my calculator, I type in negative 270. You do not need to put the degrees because it says it's actually already in degree mode. And then I'm going to press math, and I'm basically converting it into a fraction. And what the calculator does is it actually reduces a fraction for you. Negative 3/4. So kind of sad if you can't reduce fractions on your own, but we have the calculator to help you here. So now I have radians over 2 pi equals negative 3 over 4. Class, how do you solve proportions? Let's cross multiply. Class, what do I get? 2 pi times negative 3 equals 4 times rad or radians. How do I solve for radians? Divided by 4. 4 is really 2 times 2, right? So I'm going to cancel these. And radians is equal to what? 3 pi over 2. What does that mean? Oh, yep. Thank you. That negative here. Good catch. Negative 3 pi over 2 is the same thing as negative 270 degrees. Enoch, awesome proportion.
Rad over 2 pi equals degrees over 360.
Raise your hand if you wrote that on your paper. It sounds silly, but remember last semester if you didn't write down the formula every single time? Jose, what did they give us? Did they give us degrees or radians? They gave us degrees. Jose, tell me what's right. Class, is this degrees or radians? How do you know that? So if you don't put the little degree symbol on your quiz or test, I have to mark you off because you're implying that it's radians. Leilani, give me some factors. $180 times 3. And another one. So now I can cancel my 180s. Natalie? Natalie, how do I solve the proportion? What do I get? Thank you. Elvis? And Elvis, what do you get? Radians equals 3 pi. Raise your hand if you got that as your answer. Let me give you a visual of what 540 degrees looks like. We're going to learn that we're going to start in this direction here. This is 90 degrees, 180, 270, 360. Add another 180 more, that's 540. In radians, that would be pi, because pi is equal to 180 degrees, 2 pi, and then 3 pi.